If you're a real Warriors fan living in the US, this video is for you. From coast to coast, America is buzzing after last night's game. Steph Curry just reminded the whole country why he runs the West. The NBA offseason just got hotter and Dub Nation is on edge. A major trade shocker is brewing behind closed doors, and the Golden State Warriors might be on the verge of making a massive move. Reports and insider whispers suggest that the Warriors are closing in on a deal to acquire a $27 million Miami Heat star, a strategic swing to give Stephen Curry the help he desperately needs. And if this move happens, it could completely shift the balance of power in the Western Conference. We're not talking about just any role player. No, this is someone who has NBA Finals experience, playoff toughness, and the kind of gritty, two-way game that the Warriors have lacked since their championship days. This is about reviving the dynasty not with youth or rebuilding, but with a powerful, veteran presence that fits right into the Golden State system. And that $27 million Heat player? The leading name in speculation is none other than Jimmy Butler. Let that sink in for a second. Jimmy. Buckets. In the Bay. Now, while nothing is official yet, and no names have been confirmed by the front office, league insiders say talks are heating up. The Warriors have been exploring ways to shed salary while still competing for a title, and with the Heat entering a potential retooling phase, it's the perfect storm. Miami could be looking to reconfigure around Bam Adebayo and younger assets, and Golden State is all in on maximizing what's left of Steph Curry's prime. So what better move than to pair him with a battle-tested wing, one who brings both firepower and defensive tenacity? Let's break down the possible mechanics of this blockbuster. Jimmy Butler is entering the final stages of his deal and is eligible for a supermax extension. That price tag north of $60 million per year might be too steep for the Heat. But for the Warriors, desperate to give Curry one last real shot at the mountaintop, it might be worth the gamble. The trade package being floated? Multiple sources believe it could include Jonathan Kuminga, Gary Payton II, and future picks. A tough price, but one Golden State might be willing to pay to get a proven star. Kuminga has immense upside, and the Warriors love his development, but Jimmy Butler isn't just another wing. He's a closer. A fourth-quarter assassin. The kind of player who wins playoff games by sheer will. Now, let's talk about fit. Imagine this lineup. Steph Curry at the point. Klay Thompson at the 2. Jimmy Butler on the wing. Draymond Green quarterbacking the defense. Kevin Looney or a mobile big filling the middle. That's not just a playoff team. That's a title contender. And with Butler's ability to guard multiple positions, create offense in isolation, and make life miserable for opposing stars, Golden State's defense would go from average to elite instantly. He brings a killer instinct this team has been missing ever since Kevin Durant left. And emotionally? He's the kind of fiery leader who could push Curry and Klay to dig even deeper. Let's be real, Curry needs help. As great as Steph still is, he can't do it all by himself anymore. Klay is aging. Draymond's offensive game has declined. And with the West getting younger and stronger, teams like the Timberwolves, Thunder, and Mavericks rising fast, the Warriors can't afford to sit still. They need a proven closer. They need a playoff warrior. And that's Jimmy Butler. And here's where things get even more fascinating. Butler has long been a fan of Steph Curry's game. He's praised him publicly. He's spoken highly of the Warriors' culture and the way they compete. And privately? Some insiders suggest Butler would be open to a trade to Golden State, especially if Miami signals it's not offering him the extension he's after. Financially, this move wouldn't be easy. Golden State's luxury tax bill is already astronomical. Adding Butler would mean major sacrifices elsewhere. That's why guys like Chris Paul and Andrew Wiggins are also being shopped. The Warriors are trying to restructure their entire salary cap, moving out contracts that don't align with their future. Butler is expensive, but he's worth it if he delivers a ring. Now let's look at the Miami side. Why would the Heat give up Jimmy Butler? Simple. They're thinking long-term. Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra are looking to get younger, faster, and more sustainable. They've seen Butler's body begin to wear down. The injuries. The fatigue. And if Butler wants a supermax extension, the Heat may decide it's better to cash in now. Get Kuminga. Get a young, athletic future star with elite upside. Maybe snag another pick or two. And quietly start building the next era around Bam, Jamie Jaquez Jr., and Tyler Herro. So we have a perfect match. Two franchises in totally different phases. One still chasing banners. One looking to reload. And stuck in the middle? A fierce competitor worth $27 million per season who can change the entire outlook of both teams with one signature on a trade agreement. Warriors fans are split. Some don't want to give up on Kuminga, the 21-year-old athletic marvel who just had a breakout season. But others? They're all in. Because they know time is running out. They know Steph won't be Steph forever. And they'd rather watch their icon go down swinging than fade out with a youth project still developing. And what about the locker room dynamic? Butler and Draymond on the same squad? Fireworks. But the good kind. Competitive, intense, obsessed with winning. Can you imagine the defensive chaos they could create together? The energy, the leadership, the grit. It would be terrifying for any team facing them in a 7-game series. And think about this. When the Warriors won their most recent title in 2022, it wasn't because they had the most athletic team. It was because they had guys who understood the moment, who played with urgency, toughness, and elite execution. Butler fits that mold perfectly. He lives for the playoffs. He thrives in pressure. If this deal goes down, it'll send shockwaves across the NBA. And it might also ignite one last run for the core of Steph, Klay, and Draymond this time, with a certified killer in Jimmy Butler right by their side. So what happens next? According to multiple insiders, the next 48 to 72 hours are crucial. If the Heat get the right offer, and the Warriors figure out their salary puzzle, we could see this trade go from rumor to reality fast. And if it happens, expect Chase Center to go into a frenzy because Dub Nation will know that the front office is still chasing banners, still pushing chips to the center of the table. So now we turn to you, the fans. Do you want to see Jimmy Butler in a Warriors jersey? Is it worth giving up Kuminga, picks, and possibly more to make it happen? Or do you believe in the youth movement and think the Warriors should hold off? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because this trade, if it happens, will define the next chapter of the dynasty. Hit that like button if you're watching every off-season move like a GM. Subscribe if you want to stay locked in for every Warriors trade, signing, or breaking drama. Because trust us, if this deal goes through, we'll be the first to break it all down. Stay tuned. This might be the biggest move Golden State makes since KD. And if it happens, Jimmy Butler to the Bay, watch out, NBA.